Several southeastern states are still reeling from the devastation brought on by Hurricane Helene last week. Dozens have died, millions are without power, and homes and businesses are destroyed.
But tonight, hope in the harrowing story of survival of a Newburgh woman who lives in Asheville, North Carolina as a travel nurse. I got to hear her story firsthand. Take a look.
You wouldn't believe this if you didn't see it.
Hurricane Helene devastated millions of people across several states, making landfall in Florida as a Category 4 hurricane, and catastrophic flooding wreaking havoc in North Carolina, destroying homes and businesses, flattening entire communities, and turning lives upside down.
The town I'm in, Swannanoa, it's completely destroyed. All of these new businesses that just started and just opened, they're sinkholes, they've disappeared into the river.
For Mary Blanke, a travel nurse from Newburgh, Indiana, one may think how unlucky to have just taken a job in Asheville, North Carolina. But Mary says this is exactly where she's meant to be.
Originally, thought I was going to go home, and now I'm where else would I go? There's that verse in Esther that's perhaps you were created for such a time as this.
Waking up to the sound of emergency alerts.
I step out of bed and there's water past my ankles, and I was oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
The utter shock that followed, then survival mode.
I had thought I'm gonna grab a bag, pack some food, pack some things, and then the water just started rising. It went from ankle deep to above my door frame. So once my bed started floating, I was I need to get out. I swam to my back door. I went underwater, was able to pull open the door. And it just felt like such a miracle because I didn't know if I was going to be trapped in the house, if the door was going to be shut or jammed shut or whatever. I was able to open the door. I was looking around, and the house next to me looked like it had a stronger gutter and it would be easier to climb up on.
Finally managing to get on her neighbor's roof, Mary could take a breath.
At that point, I could hear and see other people on their roofs. And so you couldn't hear much, but it was mostly are you okay? Yeah, okay.
In those moments where she didn't know what would happen next, Mary leaned on her faith, as she always does.
I was praying and I was singing.
And when she asked God for a miracle, it came.
All of a sudden I saw someone getting in a kayak, and he started swimming and or kayaking. Is it safer to get on the kayak or to stay on the roof? But I remember my dad telling this church joke about a guy who gets deserted and is in the ocean holding on to a log, and it's a helicopter comes and he's come on, we'll save you, and he's no, God's gonna save me. And a boat comes and it's come on, we'll reel you in. He's no, God's gonna save me, I'm good. And then somebody else comes and same thing, and then he dies and he gets to heaven and he's God, I thought you were going to save me. And he's I tried, I sent the helicopter and the boat, and and so that's all I could think about. And so it's I see a man with a kayak and I'm okay, God, I will take you up on this kayak.
When you grow up, you're taught to call 911 if you need help, but Mary says the roads were gone. She knew it could be hours before someone could get there to help them. So her neighbors embodied the true meaning of community and saved each other.
When push comes to shove, people are good.
Mary, like millions of others, is a victim in this storm, but she knew her job in all of this had only just started.
I'm a nurse. If someone can get me to the hospital, I can help.
A nurse Mary works with then gave her something so simple yet so valuable in that moment, something many of us may take for granted. The shoes off her own feet.
Yes, we are devastated here. There are catastrophic floods. There are homes gone, wiped away in the river. I've also never felt so rich. The clothes I'm wearing are the only clothes I have. Everything's gone. But things are replaceable.
Truly incredible to be so positive during something like that too.